nice music. Well,
Is this Ellman's?
this is the film that Ellman was going to get rid of.
Senn.
And
Hell Day.
that's
Gargoyle Fraternity.
yeah, that's what he belonged to. Al Slepian Rosen at the beach at
You had
Loyola
to show this
University.
to Slepian.
I did, but it was silent.
Oh.
Anyway, Ellman was going to get rid of this, and I said, send it to me. And this is Hell Day. These
Who
are
is
some.
this?
This is. Oh, I knew this girl. I knew her well. Ah, that's somebody else I probably meet.
What was Hell
No.
Day?
Hell Day, everybody dressed up. That looks like Evelyn Jacobs.
You're right.
And I bet it is. See, everybody just dressed up in costume.
That's
And
Ray Rosie.
Ruth Portis.
Where's Ray Rosie?
There's Ruth Portis with the braids. There. Ruthie Portis. Oh, I love that
They all look
gal.
alike.
No, God, this is only, it has to be a guy with legs like that. They all look alike. And sure, it's, oh, that was me. I think. Oh, no.
Who's Kitty?
I don't know, but Ellman took pictures of everything. We probably had a cat. We had a goat. Oh,
Oh, he's a relative.
Ben Brodkey
Ben
from
Brodkey,
Sioux City.
right.
That's
Betty,
me.
Yes.
There I am.
Wow.
There's Ben. Ellman.
Oh, Ellman.
This is a
He was always
film.
clowning. He was always clowning.
Look at the hat. Look at the cars.
That's
This,
your kid.
Ellman would write the scenarios and get us to act them. I'm supposed to chew gum.
Oh, Bee, so cute.
There I am. Oh, God.
Me. No?
No, that's not you, Alice. Now watch this. Watch this. Now this
He's
is.
adorable.
He was absolutely
Look at those
brilliant.
cars in the back.
Now watch. Now watch. Watch. Look up.
Oh, it's
Oh,
you.
it's me. I thought it was.
When he's stopping a car there,
Yeah.
Bee.
Look at. See all the trick
All
Yeah.
stuff.
these homes
He
are
always
on.
did all-
This is a documentary.
Yes, it is. See all the tricks he always did. Look at the cars. Aren't they great? Now watch this.
Ellman.
Was that a Kissel or a Buick?
It's irrepressible.
I don't know. He keeps coming out. Uh-oh, that's me.
Look at Bee. Oh, well, you a cutie.
Oh, and so thin. Look at it.
Oh.
I don't know how he did all this. Do you? Oh, this is one of his favorite tricks.
Yes.
Remember that trick? Look how young how young we were.
Oh, was he
I don't know who is this.
Ellman.
No, that's not it. Oh, here we go. Elle was on the swim team. As a matter of fact, we swam over at the, what was the hotel? Alice. What was the hotel?
Oh, the Sovereign.
The Sovereign. And Elle, there with as Ellman.
Yes.
He
that was
swam
a
with
champion
Johnny, there he was diving.
diver.
He swam with Johnny Weismuller, if that name means anything to you today.
Who's this
Yeah.
gorgeous guy?
Yes, Johnny Weismuller.
Oh,
And
gorgeous.
there's Elle. This might be at
Is
that.
that Bob?
I think this boy's name was Bob,
Yeah.
but Bob somebody else. Yeah.
Who's that
Everyone.
one? He's
I don't know. They were all cute.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were, but now that I look back, I don't know who that is.
That's handsome.
Maybe the coach. Yeah.
What a handsome guy.
Oh, and he looks familiar.
He just-
Bob McCullough.
Ditka. Bob McCullough.
Bob
You're
McCullough.
right.
Uh-huh.
Well, now this
I
is
thought he
probably
was cute, too.
this was probably at Senn. This is an outdoor
They had a
pool.
big swimming pool.
Isn't this an outdoor
I
pool?
love the
Just
bathing
like
suits
that
for
one.
the men.
Oh yeah, they were.
Look at those things they're wearing.
Tank suits.
Everything was covered, wasn't it? It goes on and on. I'm sure this meant a lot. It was a relay, meant a lot to Elle. That's Bob McCullough,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Now, who was Bob McCullough?
One of Ellman's
One of his
boyfriends.
buddies.
That must be the coach again. Oh, they're warming up.
They had such slight
Build.
Ellie,
Builds,
look
yeah.
at Ellman's.
Look at
I
Elle.
don't remember an outdoor pool at Senn.
Neither do I. Could have been at Loyola. Could have been any place.
Don't know.
After all, they had swimming meets. There's Elle. That was Ellman. He was a great swimmer and diver. He was a funny diver.
A funny driver?
Yes, he used to put on
he did
costumes.
antics, yes.
He used to put on funny. There he is. Breaststroke. 1, 2, 3, go! They heard me.
Well, Al had a wonderful.
Oh my God, who is that? I don't know.
They all wore the same
This was the
robes.
team. Oh, Bob Galbraith.
Yeah, Bob.
Did you have a crush on Bob?
No, he lived down at the corner,
Uh-huh.
the house next to the tennis court.
Tennis court?
There were tennis courts on the corner of Glen Lake and Kenmore. Men in white shirts and white trousers and bow ties
I
played
don't
tennis.
remember that.
I do, because we
Well,
used
there's a black kid.
Oh. That it? Oh, no, that's not Al. Here's a
the
guy.
build on that one.
Yeah. You wonder what the build is today.
He's walking around with a walker.
Walking around with a walker. Finally,
I know.
1927.
He even has them labeled.
1927. How old were we all?
That's 61 years ago.
Really? Isn't it remarkable that this film stayed as well?
Years.
Oh. And this is more interesting to me now because I'm recognizing
Well,
some of
sure.
the first time I just saw a bunch of kids swimming up and down, up and down.
Were you?
Maybe Johnny Weismuller is on one of them. Look, almost color.
It's an outdoor pool. It's not so attractive.
Listen,
Look at Ellman.
it's a relay
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Well, Jack
Whoever that is, he's catching up.
was kind of in swimming, wasn't he? In the swim team?
Our Jack?
Yeah, I remember. He became manager of it, but I
Of the
remember.
baseball team because he said it was too hot to play.
Oh, no, the swim team.
I thought it was so cute when we moved.
Koolish.
The first one. Oh, see this? This is the corner of Thorndale Beach. This was the beach.
As it was.
As it was. We used to come down there and swim.
Wonderful.
It was just a block, from our house.
Now they're high rises. all
Now
over
it's
the
a
place. No
God,
beach.
Yeah, that's
Back
Lake
Last
Michigan.
year the lake was up to these buildings.
Gee, they're just diving off of the.
That's right.
That's Al.
Wow.
The kids having fun.
That was Ellman. What a.
Oh, another one of his tricks.
There he's being,
Oh,
heroic.
no,
Oh my God.
Poor guy. No wonder he gave me the film and probably gave him a heart attack to see himself. Oh. God, they were so active, weren't they?
It looks as though they had a
Well,
great
what's that
time.
pretty
Well-
thing over there?
Well,
Looks like some kind of
I-
colonnade.
well, I don't know which one.
Ellman.
There was a
Yeah,
street
There was an extension
street
of the house.
south of a Thorndale, or
How old were they
That's
here?
Ray Rosen.
That looked like Glen Lake, I think.
How old are these guys?
well, if it was 1927, and Ellman might have been 9, 10.
It's a good choice of music, Steve.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, now watch another one of his things.
Oh, there's
Slepian, doctor, the famous dermatologist, now retired. Look at, if he had only gone on to Hollywood. Now watch this.
What is this?
Crawling uphill.
They're crawling uphill.
They look like they're 16 years old or something.
I think they would be. Oh, Ray Rose.
Mm.
He died. Al Slepian, he fat. Ellman, he fat.
Elman's cool.
I love the bathing.
Ellman, he was just irrepressible. That's the only
He
word
was.
for him.
You know, when he went down to Illinois.
Camera.
Oh,
What's this?
wait, what is this? More hell day.
It's a real policeman.
It's a real policeman. Must have been another hell day.
Hell week.
I don't know though. Who knows what all
Kids
this?
had fun in those days.
That
They
looks
didn't
like our
need drugs.
It could be. Could be. This must be the team. Who's that?
That's our, well, sure, with the glasses.
See that guy with that?
Yeah.
Ray
Oh, look
Rosine.
at this.
That was Eleanor's first husband. I
Right.
introduced her.
God, is that? Oh,
That's a me.
you were glamorous.
Well, of course, everybody was.
But Bee, you were. Oh, is this Mike?
No. George Provo. Sandy.
Is that George?
I think so. You notice the
God,
fur
everybody's
coats? Look at
so
the way
dapper.
they dress. See that little girl in the back? Could be Alice.
Bee, with those. Oh God, how old are you here, Bee?
In 1917, I was.
No, 1927.
Oh, 1927.
Oh, look at this.
I was in my 20s. I was about
No,
11.
you were in your 20s. You were
I was
married
11.
at 19.
Oh, I love the sweater.
Oh, you're gonna look at the S for
That's
Senn.
for Senn.
They're letter sweaters, huh?
Now that's Senn.
Do you remember those
Browns
bleachers?
and
I don't.
Sort of.
I bet they don't even have them anymore.
Probably not.
Not like that. The little bleachers.
Yeah.
You can see he was
Pretty
very
good
athletic
area.
as a youth.
I thought Jews weren't athletic.
These were.
These were athletic Jews.
He was athletic. These were the gargoyles, probably.
No, what was the name the gargoyles taken from?
I have absolutely no idea, and I'm sure they don't have any idea. Those that are left. There was George Provo, Ray Rosine, Al Slepian, Ellman. Oh, there must have been some more. Funny what a year or two difference
Ray
makes.
Sills, wasn't it?
Ray Sills was my
Look,
age.
these guys look great.
That's one of Mary Eleanor.
Ray Sills
Mary
was.
Eleanor?
Well, he wanted to date me, and I knew him from high school, and he was like an orphan living with his sister, and he had an operation, and we all got sorry for him because nobody would take care of him. Where does he land? In our house.
Oh, for God's sake.
And he stayed in our house for like everybody else for a long time, and I introduced him to Eleanor. That was her first husband.
How long did that last?
Their marriage? Oh, gee, I couldn't keep track.
Just
First
a
of
few
5,
years.
kid. First of 5.
Wow.
Do you recognize anybody? Wait, you see, then this is the high school level. It gets to the college.
Oh, is that on too?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's great at Illinois. This is all high school. Oh, Ellman. He was such a trickster. I don't have any idea who that is.
It's a gorgeous guy, whoever it was.
Yeah.
They were all handsome.
They were about, but we didn't especially, I mean, you just took it for granted that everybody was lithe and young and, oh, look. The word was cute.
Everybody was cute.
In those days, he's cute, or she's cute. That was the highest accolade,
Oh.
to be cute.
To be cute.
You didn't say good looking
This
or.
film is fantastic.
It's wonderful.
Preserved.
No, isn't that something? Ellman must, if he was in high school, would he have to be 16, you think?
Yeah.
I mean, not many kids had a movie camera to fool around with as much
then
as
he
they
would be a
wanted.
sophomore.
I mean, he had the full. I mean, Dad just gave him these films at 29. University of Illinois showed the ZBT fraternity most.
Well, that's nice
Yeah.
labeling.
Yeah.
That too.
Well, Ellman had this label. I told him. Michigan State, Mike Koolish.
Attended. Oh, well, that made it an event.
that did. I'm sure Illinois played its heart
Who
out.
did the editing?
Closing films of my
Sister Bee and her first
That's
husband.
Stanley Frankel. I finally get to see him.
Both attending their last year of school. Didn't you ever see a picture of her?
I've never seen a picture.
Oh, you're going to swoon.
Where were you all these years?
I've got other
Who
films.
did this editing?
Oh, Ellman on the original film.
Oh,
and I had
really?
it put
I don't
on a
remember
tape
that.
intact, see? It looks like it's just beginning to try to have
Looks like
color.
Ted Turner got a hold of this.
It looks like it's faded. I bet it's faded
Yes.
color.
Yeah.
It could have been the first color,
Oh,
1927,
you think so?
20. Sure.
No, there wasn't
I don't
color
think so.
film then.
You don't think so, Steve?
I think it's just the
Well, look at the building.
black and white doesn't come off real good in a lot of color systems.
But look at-
color sets.
It does look like
It's
it's
pink.
trying to
I think
show
it's
color.
I think it's just faded.
Funny.
That's the Zeeb house.
Oh.
We
Oh,
were around
yeah,
the A5
yeah.
was around. There's Al. Now look at these guys. Now these high school kids all dressed up.
Really suave.
Oh, he
Look
was
at
so,
what-
wasn't
That
he
was
gorgeous?
Fantastic.
Wasn't he gorgeous?
Look at the shoes with spats.
Oh yeah. Now this is all Corey. They were so loving. Look, did you
Are
see
those
the
the plus
plus
fours?
fours? Now who's this? I wish I knew all the names.
I
Mm.
recognize him by sight, but
Well, after you were 10 years,
yeah.
like, oh, I knew him. There's one that became the architect of, what's
you know
that?
he
Bill
died.
Ferraro.
Not Bill.
Not Bill.
I mean the one in New York, that
Oh.
that magnificent.
Oh.
He became the architect. There, see this guy on the left? He wrote Mandrake the Magician.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
Falk?
he also stayed at the Falk. He also stayed at our house because he was
It's
penniless
one of my
and broke.
favorite comic strips.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
For years.
Leon Falk.
Oh my.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a fraternity brother of Ellman's, and he had no place to stay and no money. So my mother says, "Come on in, honey. Come on in."
Famous last words.
Yeah.
Where now is this the fraternity house?
Do you know that there
Yes, sir.
were Hugh Marlowe, a movie actor?
Oh yeah.
He was at our house. We didn't think that that was so unusual to have a lot of strange people.
I think most people with large houses do that.
Let's see, Elle.
I have a friend, Margaret Umlin, and her mother is still doing that.
Really?
Doing
I
what?
think it's great.
She just took in some Chinese couple that are going to
I have a
school.
sister who does things like that.
Yeah, Ella Schneider's always doing that. That's right.
Well, you do it if you have an extra room.
Not everybody. Remember, we'd walk into the kitchen, and off the kitchen was a breakfast porch.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be not unusual to see some hobo or something sitting there eating a sandwich or a bowl of soup.
Oh, there were a lot of hobos in those days.
Look at
And they-
that gorgeous guy.
Weren't they?
No, I mean the way that sweater today.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah. But
my
look, they wore these sweaters. Now, look at his. He's got one on, too.
Yeah, that gorgeous guy is Ellman.
Yes.
Yes. He was. Oh, the
And look at the
shoes. I
shoes.
just love those shoes.
Sandy still has some.
Oh, wow. They're all wearing those shoes.
What do they call those, Sandy? Honey, what do they call those black and white?
Oh, they're black
Oh,
and
this. Oh, I knew him. There's Falk again. Yeah. I bet there isn't that space around the Zeeb house today in Illinois. It looked like they never
there's
studied.
That's Ray Rhodes.
Was it?
Gosh, there's
Oh,
yeah.
that guy was gorgeous. Slepian. Look at, they've all got +4s. That was the thing
Gee,
to wear.
mommy.
Somebody is panning very badly.
It's such a. I
No.
wonder though, why hadn't those ever come back in fashion?
Look at 'em.
Look
Look
at
at
'em.
'em.
Well, they must have been functional or
They
something.
did for a while in the golf cart. Look how thin he was.
Oh.
Slap?
Yeah.
God, Slepian was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
Cute, cute.
Ray? No.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Oh. You know, Ray Rosine was the architect,
Yeah.
quite not graduated for our house in North. Oh, I knew him. Look at the car. Look at the car.
Ellman.
They didn't catch the whole thing. Oh, this is fun. Don't you think the +4s are attractive?
Not really.
Look out. He really was a good-looking kid, wasn't he?
Yes, he was strange looking, but he's good looking.
Oh, this guy. Oh, this one. He became something famous.
Strange looking.
Oh, Bill Pereira.
Oh, wasn't
Bill
he gorgeous?
Pereira, the great.
Was he a heartthrob or what?
He was not only a heartthrob, he went to Hollywood and he became a very, very, very famous, director or...
No, Bill.
Oh, he
Pereira was
architect.
an
Architect. He built cities.
Oh, he built cities.
Oh,
He did. Really.
he built a lot of famous buildings.
He was in love with a gal in our sorority house. Ethel Lee Klein.
Oh, wow.
From Louisville. The most gorgeous
Did he
gal.
marry her?
He wanted her so badly, he got my mom to go and intercede for him. And she said, Miss Koolish, she really had to marry somebody wealthy.
What's going on?
Boy, did she miss it.
Yes. Imagine.
Ethel, look at the dorms.
Is that how they lived?
Yep.
Well, they slept in
Yeah.
dormitories.
In a big sleeping room?
Yeah, a
Yes.
sorority house
We
too.
did too.
Same. That's the way it looked in our
You're
dorm.
kidding. You all slept bunk next to
Yes.
bunk?
Some slept
Well,
together.
we had rooms.
We had rooms, but where we kept our clothes and studied. But the sleeping was in the.
Who's this
Oh, I
character?
don't know. He looks so familiar. They
It
all.
was generally like a porch arrangement,
He's cute.
cold as hell.
Oh yes, there was
Yeah.
no heat out there. Years later, some gal said, "We always knew when you came into that dormitory, you stank it up with all your perfume."
That's you?
Me.
Bee was
Oh,
mercifully
well.
oblivious to all this.
I was
She did.
mercifully oblivious is right.
Well, these are the trophies.
Oh,
Good Lord.
Look, even.
Jews winning trophies like this?
Mira, mira.
Oh my goodness.
Well, the Zeeb house was.
I cannot think of any of my contemporaries in high school ever
That were
winning a
athletic?
trophy.
Winning a trophy.
Oh, this is college.
Oh no, I mean they just were. They could get a trophy maybe from MIT or something, but not athletics.
Well, there's Falk again. Theon. Mandrake the Magician.
When did he come up with that?
After.
Is this the Mandrake
I
the
don't
Magician
know.
guy?
Yeah.
That's really neat.
He was.
Who's that?
Oh, the ROTC, that was.
Oh, and they had to dress up in these costumes?
Yes, there's Falk
Uniforms.
again.
Uniforms.
These costumes. Uh-oh, who's this? He looks older
And wiser.
and wiser. Oh, this is, I don't know what the housetops are.
Just
Well, that's good
panning.
music.
Winter time.
You're kidding. You're kidding.
Just a leisurely stroll into the...
Through the snow and up the steps.
Who's this guy?
Oh, I knew him. I might have dated him.
Who's...
Oh, and I liked him.
You can see how they've aged.
That's the SAE house in the corner back there. They made the.
Well, who's this
What's
gallant one?
That's Al Slepian,
Slepian.
Dr. Slepian.
Oh, he was...
Look at this. What a
elegant.
what a
elegant.
jaunty, elegant air.
Oh, silly little
Looks like
mustache.
Charlie Chaplin.
No, that was every.
Look at that mustache. You have to come on. It's silly. Oh, yes.
He sat
He's
here.
going to my public. Hello.
Who's Ellman?
Where's his mustache?
Helmet's always...
He gave it to Al Slepian.
Oh no, it's there. He's checking to see.
They were princes, right? Surveying his
cute.
territory here.
Yeah.
God.
Oh me? Oh no.
God, they were so
Such nonchalant actors.
sophisticated.
Is that Al?
Yeah. Looks
Some-
like the young Houdini. Does. He looks like Houdini did know.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
Hey, what's this? We are now in spring. Looks like spring house cleaning.
Oh, yeah.
Probably studied for a while. Oh, Maxine.
That's
Dad.
Maxine?
Is that Dad?
Yes.
There'll be more. That was Maxine in her cloche hat.
Oh.
Oh, it's fall.
They all wore a
football
hat. We
season.
all wore. When we wore a hat, it was a cloche.
Ellman never stops.
Who had more? Oh, there's my dad in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
He got the ball. Look at my dad.
So probably the first
Good.
last time you ever
There's
played.
Max,
That's
the gal,
Maxine.
acting, emoting.
Maxine was heavy.
Yes?
Yeah.
She was the one that was heavy.
Poor Maxine.
Not now.
Not now?
She was
No.
pretty heavy in the
Jeanette
pictures.
Dawkins came back and couldn't rave about how beautiful and young she looks.
Gee.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
this is the game. The big game.
the big game with Michigan. Look at the crowds even there.
Mm.
Uh-oh, that's us.
And you went to these kind of games? I never went to a football game.
You never sat and froze your ass.
Oh, she waited for Ellman to bring the films
Yeah,
home.
OCM for Michigan.
Look at all the people.
I went once or twice. I hated it. It was
I did
cold.
It was cold.
And I didn't know which end of the field to look at. And baseball, I understand. I never did understand football.
Look at that.
Michigan. This is the beginning of all the formations you see today.
Where's the line?
Here comes the band, Steve. Here, look, it's a big band, marching band, isn't it? Is that a horse out in front?
That's a person on the big.
How would people dress up like a horse?
God, you know, these would be marvelous documentaries from university now to compare. Oh, he must have gotten way up on top here.
Wow, that was quite a place.
Yeah. Here, Steve. Want to sit on my lap?
No, I'm comfortable. I'm so close.
Everybody but Steve is sitting.
No, I'm comfortable.
Here he is.
Oh, my dad. Michael. Now, who's this? There he is again. Wasn't he dapper when he was young? Look at that.
Look at that rock.
Yeah.
There's my Stanley.
That was your
That
husband.
was
He
my
was tall.
6 feet. He grew 2 inches taller after we got married. He was 6 feet when I married him. He got to be as tall as Steve. And this was our apartment. We were on the second floor. Is that me? Must
Yep.
be.
Them-
There he is.
Oh, he was something.
Oh, he was movie material. He wanted to be in the movies. He almost made it.
And a fur coat.
I think this was just after I broke my ankle.
He was gorgeous.
Well,
He
of
was.
course. At the end, I didn't think he was so gorgeous.
No, he isn't that. Oh,
Yeah.
look at you, though. Looks like a movie star. A husband in a fur coat. My God.
A husband and a fur coat.
Yeah, came together.
That's about all we had.
That's it.
We didn't even have a radio. People downstairs had a radio, and we'd lie on the floor and listen to the game on Saturday.
Really? That sounds
I don't know
romantic.
why we didn't have a radio.
Took in the tape.
Is that the end?
Do you think so?
No, it'll,
What else would there be?
well, maybe you're right.
Aw.
It's about a half hour.
There, how come there was nothing at the 85 house? Or is that on another
Because
tape?
Ellman was taking
Ellman was taking
couldn't
it.
get into a sorority house.
He
Then.
could. Oh, I've got.
No, it was taken on the porch. We had film of the
I bet
mom
it's
and
still-
dad.
I've got photographs.
Yeah.
Snapshot.
I guess